So, hi, welcome to the Redmen TV. Welcome to Darwin Nunez universe. It's just his universe, and we just all are little microscopic specks of life that just get about our business. We live to a pattern, to a rhythm, to a flow of life, but Darwin Nunez does not. Darwin Nunez is a law unto himself. Darwin Nunez does him. And sometimes it's mad and it's crazy and you can't understand it and it's frustration. It's like, yeah, you're trying to work out why things happen. The trick with Darwin Nunez is not to try and work out why things happen, just understand that they do. One of the most divisive footballers Liverpool have had in years. One that we were having conversations, like he's not starting this game of football. Jota's out injured, Diaz is starting in the 9 again. Is that it? You know, we've seen rumours of bids for Darwin Nunez being knocked back from Saudi. Most Liverpool fans have probably reached the point with him where, at best, there's an acceptance that he's probably not going to reach the heights that we hoped he would when we spent the money for him. That this wasn't going to be a season where he got better for us. And at worst, there's just people who just don't want him to play for Liverpool anymore, which is, I always feel is extreme. I'm never comfortable with that. And that's not to say that I haven't really disliked footballers over the years. We all have. Everyone's got our favourites. And on the other end of the spectrum, there's always ones that you like the least. You know, it's very rare, I find, that you shouldn't hate anything really in life. You know, it should be reserved for really, truly hateful things. Like, you know, a black fly in your Chardonnay. The hatred towards Darwin Nunez has always been a bit mad to me, but that's the nature of the internet. People are bellends and people are biffs, and they somehow take out their anxieties and frustrations on other human beings. It is what it is. One thing I would say about Darwin is that he's a Liverpool player. He's a centre forward, and as much as he does miss chances, he does actually score them as well, and he does have the instincts to get in the right places. He could have scored more than 2 today because of the nature of what he is and what the game state was. Liverpool absolutely battered Brentford today, absolutely dominated the game. They're a very good team, they're a very well organised team, and we got in at them time and time again, but it felt like this wasn't going to necessarily be our afternoon. There was a lack of clinical cutting edge, and look, we joked, you need clinical cutting edge and you bring in Darwin Nunez on, the man who almost seems like the antithesis of cutting edge. He's a volume shooter, he's a give me 10 chances and I will stick one away from you, but I'm going to need those 10 chances. And he's come up clutch in one of the biggest ways possible. And the thing is, not for the first time. He's done this a handful of times for us already. He's got a proven track record of actually when you need him to crop up in the right place at the right time, when the chips are down, Darwin will deliver for you. But did it feel like it was going to be today? I don't know. I didn't lose hope. But it's not to say that I thought it was definitely going to happen either. We've said that if you're going to win the league title, you've got to find lots and lots of different ways to do it. And what we didn't really have under our belt yet was that late winner. Was, oh God, you're looking down the barrel of another draw. Have you got what it takes to dig deep and find the win? When we won the league title last, we had a handful of them at the start of the season that really set us up well. This is a different league title challenge. It's very different to 1920. This feels more traditional. No one team's not going to run away with it. And in fact, if it's anyone, it is going to be us. But it's closer. It's going to require more variation along the way. We're not just going to have it all of our own way this time. So we're going to need to have these wins and to be able to say, yeah, that's it. In the direst and darkest of moments, Liverpool have got options off the bench that can still win football matches for them. And I know we go mad for the transfer window because we've been conditioned by Sky and social media and the 24-hour news cycle to constantly be thirsting for more. There's lots of people, and probably myself included, who would say, you know, if you were being ruthless, if you could do it in a football manager way, I'd have sold Darwin Nunez. I tried to sell Darwin Nunez in January, tried to buy someone else in. You know, I'd have tried to maybe move on one of our left backs. I'd have tried to move on to the midfielders. I thought, you know, Darwin coming up clutch was great. I thought the midfield was absolutely magnificent. And even then bringing Elliott and Jones in to help continue the sort of tirade in the latter stages of the game. Make no bones about it. Can Liverpool improve areas of the squad? Yeah, of course they can. Every team can. Do we have a phenomenally deep, talented squad? Yes. Yes, we do. And it's a personal opinion. I think it's as good as anything in the Premier League. I think our squad's better than Man City's. I think our squad's better than Arsenal's. We've certainly got more attacking talent available to us. You know, Arsenal don't have someone like Darwin Nunez at the football club. They don't. And he could prove to be a difference maker. That could prove to be a huge pivotal win in terms of the season, because the momentum swing, it was Schrodinger's momentum. It didn't quite go this way, but there's a point in the dying embers of that match where I'm certain, because we had it in our live stream, loads of Arsenal fans pouring in, probably Man City fans, maybe even Forest fans, who knows, going, oh wow, this is it, Liverpool are giving up the ghost here, their blip is turning into a real, into a slip, and Liverpool turned it round. I'm certain that there will be Arsenal players who, whether they had the game on a stream or they've got it on the radio, they're getting updates on their phones, the Arsenal dressing room will have known that that game was about to go that way. It reminds me of Liverpool beating Villa in the title-winning season, where there's a point where City are closing the gap on us, and there's a point swing coming where we're due to play them as well. And by the end of that game, Liverpool have just extended and gone even deeper and gone beyond, and that was the pivotal moment for me in terms of really winning the league that season. Will this be that? There's no way to know. There's absolutely no way to know, but it feels big, doesn't it? It really feels significant, because another draw and all of a sudden you're feeling down in the dumps, and then it's, well, how are you going to go and win the next game, and what to do in Arsenal win, and the gap gets close and you're starting to look over your shoulder and breathing down your neck. Now Arsenal have got to go and play a game after this, and every effort they put into, every tackle they win, every time they put their bodies on the line and risk injury, every time they go for that extra sprint that takes a little bit out of the legs, they'll know in the back of their minds that all they're doing is playing for par. They're just playing to not lose further ground on Liverpool, and that is a very, very difficult situation for the football team to be in, week out. So that's why it was the perfect moment for Darwin to come up. So much love for him. He's just mad, isn't he? He's mad, he's lovable. Is he the answer long term? You know what? It's not even the time for that debate. Let Liverpool's people who sort that stuff out. If he gets sold, he gets sold. If he stays, let's get behind him, because as we've seen today, he has the ability to win matches for us. Every single lad who's owned by Liverpool right now has the ability to win matches because they play for Liverpool. So let's worry about the players that we've got in front of us. Let's get behind them, and if we bring more players in, boss, let's hope they can get up to that kind of standards, because we are a fucking brilliant football team. We are top of the league and top of the Champions League because we are brilliant. We are not here by accident, and we are not going away anytime soon. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're looking for some light-hearted entertainment and more of me, I've rebooted Maych TV, my channel. I've got a little history of Redmen TV over on there, and me and the family. Please do go and check it out and leave comments if you haven't done so already. I'll link it here. Anyway, yeah, up the top of the table, Darwin Nunez, loving Reds.